Texas International, as you prepare for that game, what are some things that you're seeing from your team your last week as you're getting prepared, for your first game?
Well, kind of hit and miss right now. The weather this week has kind of put a halt to all the great practices that we had before. But right now our focus, the last few days our focus has been just trying to heal up, rest up, let the arms have a few days off. We gave them the whole weekend off, and we're seeing the results of that. They're in pretty good shape right now. They feel pretty good. They're anxious to go, and that's the biggest thing that you see right now is just the anxiety to get it started and get it cranked up. We've been together now as a group since August, and they're ready to crank it up and ready to go compete, and that's something that I'm excited about when you got a team that's ready to go to compete.
Who are you excited most to see play this weekend?
Angelo State. No, I don't. Kennedy obviously is somebody that I'm ready to see. We've been swinging the bat against her pretty good when we've gone live lately, but we really feel like she's going to be really strong and excited to see her against some other competition who hasn't seen her yet. But there's several players. Megan Granada behind the plate. We're ready to watch her get into it, and then our freshmen that are now sophomores, freshmen last year that are now sophomores, ready to see their progress, and really we've got a lot of options to go with, and we're ready to get all of them out there and go compete, and I guess if you're going to pinpoint one person, we're ready to see Kennedy go.
Last week you mentioned that she can field her position sort of like Carrie Gallman used to do. I find it interesting that Carrie worked with her.
Right.
How much do you credit that her style is similar to that because Carrie has worked with her?
Yeah, I haven't talked to Carrie about what all she did with Kennedy, but I'm sure that she emphasized being in a good fielding position after you release the ball and being in an athletic position, not off balance. And then Kennedy's just a good athlete. She's going to hit in the 5 or 6 hole for us as well. She runs pretty good. She's just athletic, and that's something that when you have an athletic pitcher, that's a huge bonus, and that's what made Carrie so good. We led the nation in double plays turned one year when Carrie was here, and a lot of that was 1-6-3 double plays, ground balls back to her where we turned double plays, and and Kennedy has the potential to be that kind of player, and that's something that's a huge added bonus for us.
How much are you looking forward to Friday afternoon to get to recognize the Meyer family for what they've done to help you?
Well, we're ready for Friday afternoon because we're leaving to go to San Antonio. But before that, we are excited to have the ribbon cutting ceremonies. The weather looks like it's going to be good. We wish that Richard and his family would have been available on the 22nd when we have a home date, but he already had a prior obligation. So, we're going to enjoy that. The players are going to enjoy that, and hopefully the Meyer family is looking forward to it as well.
What's different about this season's team?
Well, I think the addition of another pitcher. Last year, with some problems that we had over the previous couple of years, we were limited to 2 pitchers last year, and it's tough to do. It's tough to do to compete in our conference and in this region with only 2 pitchers, and the addition of Kennedy to go with Mary Kate and Sandra, we feel like we're going to be really strong in the circle. Besides that, really, there's not a ton of differences because there's so many of the same players that are back. But we do have some different players in place, and we feel like that the ones that we lost, that we've done a pretty good job of replacing. Again, a Casey Easley and a Lauren Smith are tough players to, offensively, most especially to replace. But we felt like that we've got kids that can do that, and just looking forward to it. And we're going to have to be ready because we got a tough road ahead of us in this early tournament. We play St. Edwards the second game, and they knocked us out of the regional last year. Was the got beat out in the super regional. Then we play Southeastern Oklahoma on Sunday, who was the #1 team out of their region last year, and then we get St. Mary's at their place on Monday, and they were in the regional finals, the opposite region of us last year. So 3 extremely good opponents. To go with UTVB, whose left-handed pitcher has beat us before, and International, who always scraps with us. and Coach Libby's doing a great job down there. So 5 games in which we got to be ready to go.
Kind of talk about that a little bit more. I mean, what is that do for you as a coach when you get to face that kind of talent early on?
Well, we've always faced good talent at this tournament, and somehow we've always had great success, and hopefully we can continue that. But you find out pretty quick where you stand, and it's a good test. And our teams have always done a great job of going down there and coming out with great results, and hopefully this year will be no different. But we're going to see quality pitching and some great offensive players immediately, and we feel good that our team's prepared mentally and prepared physically to go out and do what we have to do to try to win games.